all Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your Heruscope for this Cancer season, which is from June 21st to July 22nd of this year, 2018. So, this is a bonus video. I was only doing the cardinal signs. That's Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. I was only doing the cardinal signs, and then I would have any bonuses from the people who responded and put um, their personal astrological natal charts. So that's your sun, moon, and rising. If you put it in the comment section, I took note and I said I would do a bonus video, and I am. So the bonus ones are for Leo and Virgo. Lucky you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your astrology for the rest of this season. A lot of the major stuff has already happened, but let's still review and see what's happening in the skies. So for the whole season, the sun will be in Cancer. That's how it works. We had a full moon in Capricorn on June 27th, and we have a new moon in Cancer this week on July 12th. Mercury is in Leo currently. It transitioned there on the 29th. Mars is retrograde in Aquarius. Venus is now in Virgo. It just moved there from Leo today, July the 9th. Or by the time I post this, it'll be July the 9th. Jupiter is retrograde in Scorpio. So is Saturn. It's retrograde in Capricorn. Uranus is in Taurus. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces, and Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. So a lot of retrogrades happening. We're dealing with a lot of reflection as well as moving forward, but in a steady and directative, like very direct moving forward, making sure we're thinking clearly on all the decisions that we make moving forward. For you, Virgo, when I was meditating on you all, I saw a huge inheritance coming your way, as well as a focus on legacy. It may be you attaining a legacy of your own, or you fulfilling the legacy of your family. There's a lot of 8th and 6th house energies flowing between the two, and what I saw was two different rose bushes in a garden, and one was planted by a grandfather when he first came into the property. When he first got the property, the house, he planted this rose bush, and the other rose bush was a wild bush native to the land that just grew where it decided to, be planted and grow. You, Virgo, will be inheriting something that is deeply rooted in your family, and it won't take much for you to maintain it since it's already been established for you, but still you will have to take care of it and maintain it in order for it to continue to grow and to flourish. And you will receive a surprise, an extra harvest, an extra bloom, something equally special to what you have already inherited. You must find value in both. All right, Virgos, let's go ahead and get into your tarot for this season, for the rest of the season. As far as, because it's pretty much only 2 weeks left in this season. So from July 8th, today, soon to be the 9th, from July 8th to the 14th, there will be certain obstacles, and then, that could flow over into the remaining week of the Cancer season, which is from July 15th to the 22nd. So anyways, the major obstacles that are facing you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The first one that popped up was the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So, a lot of you are knowing that you have all that you need, to get whatever you need to get done, but you're feeling like you still don't have enough, which is not true. It's a mental thing. You have enough. You have everything that you need. Recognize it. A lot of you are not feeling completely satisfied with your inheritance, with what you have received, with what you have gained during this season, and it's almost as if it's not how you see yourself. You receive something that's not quite on your your social status. It doesn't really display your social status the way you would like it to display. It's not perfectly fitting to you. And so it will be a challenge to find the value in it and to be grateful and happy and joyful in the value of what you have inherited. Um, it's one of those things where it's good for you, but it's like, ugh, this is not how I wanted it to be. It could have been differently. You look to the past and go, oh, it could have been this, it could have been that. Well, it's not that. It's what it is. And so, how are you going to embrace it and deal with it? Also, what I pulled was in this particular deck, it's a Chelsea and the six. Usually in other decks, it's the card of the lovers. So, and it's for you, it's putting other people's needs and dreams before your own. It's making unnecessary sacrifices and concentrating on everyone else instead of putting yourself first, which is very common for Virgo. You guys are always self-sacrificing. You're always, trying to be a service to others. You want to be used in a good and productive way and be seen as someone who is valuable to the team. And so, that can be a great thing. But in this particular season, in this particular moment, you might be overdoing it. And certain things you don't need to sacrifice in order to make other people happy. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, what makes me happy? What is going to make me feel satisfied? And so that is a part of putting yourself first. And a love relationship or some sort of union may not be going according to your plans. And it may be just simply a challenging point in your romantic relationship. You might have had arguments or disagreements or just not seeing eye to eye for this season. And it may have slowed down and, you're feeling good, you're feeling great. And this might become a distraction from your dreams, from what you need to be moving forward into because you're so happy it's finally working out. And for other of you, it might be another explosion of something that makes you go, oh my goodness, this is not what I want to deal with right now. Whatever the case may be, that love relationship, that romantic affair, whatever it is, may be distracting you from what you need to be doing. Also, you received the Five of Cups in reverse. So a lot of you may be feeling like you're walking on eggshells with your partner or with someone, who's in your life or is in some type of importance to you. And you're trying not to rock the boat. You want to move freely, but without being noticed. You just want to get what you need to get done without being noticed. You're just like, I'm not into it right now. I want to be hermit, but I'm not hermit because I know I need to get out there and get these things done. So I can't be secluded. I have to get out there, but I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to make, arguments and disagreements. I just want things to work smoothly. There may be some disappointment or frustrations in your various relationships, whether it's your romantic relationship, your relationship between your parents or your relatives, your family, or whatever the case may be. It's a relationship in which there may be some disappointments and some frustrations. And, you may have a fear of losing out on something or possibly a fear of disappointing a loved one. Whatever the case may be, it's something that's striking you in the emotional realm. And it's causing you to feel like, you're not receiving your just due. You're not receiving fair treatment. Especially with this 8 in reverse, you were in your comfort zone. You were comfortable, and now you've abruptly been shaken out of your comfort zone, and now you must fight for and defend your inheritance, defend your idea, your visions. It's time to put in the work, and you don't feel like justice was served in a certain matter. Towards the end of this first week, you don't feel like the pie was fairly cut into equal pieces. You're seeking balance, you're seeking fairness, and something to be resolved either in the courts or before it goes to court. some type of legal proceedings that you don't feel like you got a just due in it. You don't feel like there was justice being served, and you don't feel like it was a fair judgment call. Um, yeah, and for that, just know and remember that you are going on a journey, essentially. You're going on a major journey. For some of you, it's spiritual. For others of you, it's dealing with, your relationships. Whatever it is, a new leg on your life journey. And it's going to be rough. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be shaky. But you know, um, that's what we need. We have to have those challenges to take us out of our stagnant place. Towards the end, the last final week of the Cancer season, from July 15th through the 22nd, there's a major shift. There's a major change. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the Eight of Wands reversed, which tells me it's like Erica Badu said, I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. But amazingly enough, you being magical as you are, you make it happen. You actually get that dollar from something that could never add up to $1. You made it happen, and you increase your wealth and turn things around in your favor. Even though it feels like everything is up in the air, it feels like you have no control of the outcome, you actually do. You actually have more power than you're giving yourself credit for. And you must continue to have that determination to see it through to the end, because that persistence will produce something profitable for you. It's in the cards. And with that Wheel of Fortune, not only can you turn it in your favor, you know, there may be a feeling of being left in the dark on many decisions that are taking place. Like I said, you don't really feel like you have control over the matter. So do what you can do what's in your control. So if there's documents that you are signing, make sure you scan over them with your fine tooth nail. Like, you guys are so, you guys know how to look for the details. That's your gift, that's your talent. So use it and look over the details. Check it twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 before you submit it. Take that time to review everything before you submit it, and it will ensure your success. You will be successful. That's a part of your magic. And with this Eight of Wands reverse, you may not be feeling positively reassured of the direction you are headed in, but you instinctively know that everything will be all right. It's a blind trust in the process. You're not distracted. You are intently focused on what you have received, and you're trying to formulate ideas to help you maintain stability through it all, which will be difficult. And you may feel lonely, but just know that you are embarking into an unknown path. You start off shaky, you start off rocky, you start off uncertain, but you find strength in knowing that you are creating and establishing something for the generations to come. No longer have the eye on the short-term service to mankind, but on the long range view of how you can contribute to the future. You are being placed in a position, a position of authority that basically allows you to be a liaison between groups, to be a connecting link between two forces, and to help them be able to communicate effectively in order to work out for your greater good. Or essentially, you may be in a legal process in which you have a mediator between you and another group, another party. Whatever the case may be, you are in a position to um, truly to not only be an authority, but to help with the power issues that are happening between these two groups. There's a struggle between these two groups. Whoever it is, whatever it is, there's a power struggle, and you have now the authority and the power to alleviate these issues. And it's really in your hand. You, like I said, you start out uncertain of how you're going to go about the approach, how you're going to make it all happen, but you know that you have all that it takes. You have the world in your hands. You have everything that it takes in order to get it done. And so you just have to trust in yourself that you will be able to get it done. And I just kept pulling like judgment cards, and I used another deck just to make sure, and I'm like, my goodness, you really want fair treatment and fairness in this situation, and you can get it. It may not come immediately, but it will come. You just have to continue being persistent about it and being determined to have a fair outcome. And like I said before, it's about being strong in your resolve, having that long range vision, and having that sense of purpose and direction that will come to you if it has not already. It will be established, it will come. And with that, fair judgment and fair treatment will come for you. It's in the cards. You're almost there. Don't just trust on yourself to get it done. Trust and believe that you will have help along the way. Yes, you are new in this position. Yes, this is new to you. And so you feel like, oh my God, I'm so just inexperienced in this. But you actually have a lot of skills, and people are willing to work with you because you have that certain charm and certain type of just aura about you. I see a lot of yellow, like a yellow, yellow, yellow. So you have a really good disposition, and people really appreciate, just the happiness that you bring and the warmth that you bring. And the spirit of working together is there. You have people who are willing to work with you and are willing to make your dreams a reality. They are present, and they are definitely there for you. You're almost there. Your harvest season, your birthday essentially too. You're almost there. And so you may feel like you're hanging on the brim, you're just hanging by a thread, but continue to hang in there because the sun is coming for you, my love. All of the warmth and goodness and luck and prosperity that you know is on your path, it's coming. And I see it coming a little bit before your season. I actually see it coming in the Leo season. I see a big burst of a harvest for you where you're like, oh, I wanted this. I was seeing it, I was envisioning it, I was waiting on it, I was trusting in the process, and I was doing my work as I waited on it to happen. I wasn't just sitting idly, but I've been putting in the work, and boom, it all transpires. Goodness, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming for you, Virgo. Trust that it's there. All right, and that's the end. I hope you enjoyed, and just know that the theme for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for this Cancer season is the Six of Swords reversed. So, yes, you've experienced loss. Yes, you had to let go of quite a few things, and you went through a very challenging period of your life. And now you are once again regaining yourself and getting back to the true you. You had to lose in order to gain much more than what you initially started out with. And you learn through this season that you can no longer be indecisive. You must make firm decisions while still having that mutable ability, because you are a mutable sign, but have that mutable ability to go with the flow no matter how things may or may not turn out. And that is the end. So, may you have a blessed and beautiful and fortunate rest of the Cancer season, and I will see you in the next one. All right, my loves. Love you, love you, love you. Until the next time, keep trailblazing on. Peace.